So this is Louis, and I'm going to take a stab at doing this commentary. Despite my real lack of time to be able to do this, I have to finish a report and immediately go to bed because I have work early in the morning. And I literally just not even an hour ago got home from work, so I'm pretty wiped out. And it's frustrating to me that I feel inclined to record this commentary, but it's irritating to me how common this issue is, in that you have someone that does not understand the difference between giving an opinion and directly stating something is a problem, with the implication, the direct implication, that it should be remedied. So what's the difference in those two things? And that's easy to show you. I don't like potholes. That's an opinion, and an easy one to agree with, outside of, if you're a construction contractor or something. Maybe then you do like potholes, because it's good for business. But if you are a normal person, an average person, you can understand and agree with that opinion. Potholes in my town are a problem. The implication with that statement, which is not just an opinion, it could be just an opinion that potholes are a problem, maybe they're not a problem in your area, but the implication with that statement is that you believe something should be done about the potholes in your area. The only direct response that one can give to that is either to say, yeah, potholes are a problem, or no, I don't think potholes are a problem. But again, the implication is that something should be done about them. I'm going to point somebody out. And the reason why I'm going to point them out is because of the interaction that I had and the fact that the person in question that is likely going to get a video, if I can get the permission of the BBC to allow me to do it, because they're authoritarian and they will censor my content. I've had an interaction with them before, and it nearly led to a fucking lawsuit. So I'm going to have to take my time about this. However, we're going to get to this tweet, which was sent out by Sean Owens on Twitter, that says, another great documentary by Stacey Dooley for the BBC 3. But how is this guy for real? One is fiction, one is real life. And then you have this meme of an actress that I can't quite remember the name of saying no. That is not just an opinion, Sean, which is why I sent to you as a reply. And this is Stacey Dooley, who did this whole documentary, quote-unquote documentary. She retweeted this, so she agrees with you. That's why this is relevant. And I said to you, you're absolutely right. The West needs to force the East to assume our social norms and censor degenerate art. To which you replied, just my opinion. Like everyone else that's entitled to one. I can express it. Happy face. See, Sean, I don't want to be mean to you, but you're a fucking moron. Because you can't understand the difference between the implication that something is a problem that should be solved and your opinion. For example, I can say, I don't like horror movies. And that's the truth. There are horror movies I do like, but in general, I don't like horror movies. And then there is horror movies are a problem. I think they're detrimental to society. See the difference, Sean? Can you understand what I'm saying here? Can you understand the difference in making a statement about something and giving an opinion about something? Because one is relative to what you believe and the other is what you believe someone else, likely the government, should act on. That's the difference. And, this is no, slight towards Sean. This is a very, very common thought, especially as it relates to manga, as it relates to anime, as it relates to visual novels, anything, especially if there's any kind of ecchi content involved. It is very common in relation to those types of art, which is what we're talking about. You can speak otherwise, and it's why I said degenerate art, but it's still art. And it's a very common position, and that includes Sean and the person that fucking made this documentary, that something should be done. Some entity that's probably a governmental entity should step in and solve this issue. That is the direct implication of that documentary. And I haven't seen it yet because I haven't had the fucking time, okay? I've been busy working. But when I do sit down and watch it, I very much doubt that it's going to be the opposite conclusion that she reaches, being that she's retweeting what you're saying here. I'm pretty sure she agrees with you, and I'm pretty sure that's to her determination by the end of it, because I in no way expect it to be objective, because I have never seen one news story, a documentary, any kind of coverage of Japan that has not been laden with bullshit to scale fucking moral mountain and to throw eggs at the people below you that have no means to defend themselves. Because if I do actually manage to do a commentary on this documentary, one of the big things I'm going to be talking about is the fact that the reason why Stacey Dooley did this and why she can now just present it to the public and face no scrutiny other than, assholes like me on YouTube. The reason why she chose to do this, the reason why this was a good thing for her to do in perspective of being in the mainstream media, is that this is a soft target. This is one of the softest targets that you can hit. Because the people that are on the corporate side of this are ashamed of what they create. And they will never fucking confront you about it. They will hide in their fucking boardrooms and they won't defend themselves. Because the game companies are the same way. And I expect Stacey Dooley to do something about gaming sometime if she hasn't already. About how, oh man, it's just resulting in all these fucking violent white men that are out there. We wouldn't have all this gun culture and fucking whatever else if it weren't for fucking video games. It's the same sort of bullshit. With the same implied notion of something should be done. Government step in. You need to monitor or ban these things. You need to do something. This is a very common fucking moralist argument to make. It is cliche in its predictability. And like I said, I haven't seen this documentary, but I'm going to watch it. When I find the time, I'm going to watch it. And so in relation to Sean here, in relation to him directly, the issue is, man, the issue really is that you should butt out. You can hold an opinion and say whether you like something or not, but the fact that you are directly implying that this is unacceptable to say, that one is fiction and one is reality, that is unacceptable to you. And so my question to you is, then what? What do you want to do, Sean? Like I said, this is a common opinion, and Stacey agrees. She's an authority, probably, to you. What do you think the Japanese government should do? What do you think the UN should do? Because they're pressuring Japan, by the way, to get rid of these things, to ban these things, to censor these things. I'm sure you can agree with that. It's the UN, of course. They're looking out for the greater good, Sean. So, Sean, what do you think should happen? I'll even tweet at Stacey. What do you think should happen? Should we just ban it outright? Is that the right thing to do? Just ban it all? We're not going to discriminate at all, because from what I've seen of her trailer, at least, she doesn't discriminate at all about what she's talking about. It could be fucking pornographic. It could be ecchi. It could be completely fucking innocuous content. Because some of the anime that's used in that trailer is completely fucking innocuous. There's no sexual content whatsoever in that content. What's the measure for what we should ban and what we shouldn't ban? What is it? That's what I want to know. Either way, I'm going to disagree with you, and I'm going to show you as the authoritarian asshole that you are, and Stacey as well, if I can get the BBC's permission to actually talk about the video without them trying to take down my entire channel, which they will try to do, as they've tried in the past. And the thing is, Sean, why don't you name something you like? Go ahead and tell me something you like. Something you think is innocuous. Go ahead and tell me. Something you like in this world. Tell me what you like. So tell me what your hobbies are. Go ahead. And we'll have this discussion. And we'll see how easy this is for me to defend. Because authoritarianism is a very weak argument, which is what this argument is. It's moralism. It's authoritarianism. It's easy to fucking knock down because it's lazy. This is binary bullshit thinking. Dumb people think like this. Not deep people. Dumb people. Shallow people. Authoritarian, moralist assholes think like this. And that's what you are. And that's what Stacey is. And I really hope that I can get the BBC to greenlight my video. I really hope that they allow me to use their content so that I can actually look at this fucking documentary and do a video on it. I'd really like to do that, but I require their permission to do so, because they are an authoritarian entity that will actively censor any detractors. So that's all I have to say. Hopefully I have time later in the week, which will be hard considering this week for me, but I'll try to put up some actual content sometime in the near future. Thanks for listening.